Shipping, BookPage's managing editor, and I'm with Gutman here at ALA. He is the author of the My Weird School Days series and the Genius Files, which is about 12-year-old twins named Coke and Pepsi McDonald. And I mean, those are just a few of the many books you've written. How do you keep coming up with the plot ideas and silly characters and creativity?
They're beamed to me from outer space. No, actually, gee, how do I come up with it? It's not easy. The My Weird School series, like every school is about every book is about a different grown-up at the school, and they're all insane because I figure that kids like to read about grown-ups doing dumb things. So each book is about a different grown-up at the school, everything from the principal to the music teacher to the art teacher to the groundskeeper. So it's kind of easy to come up with ideas when each one is about a different grown-up at the school. Let's see, the Genius Files, that's about these two kids. They're traveling cross-country in an RV with their parents while these bad guys are trying to kill them the whole time. It's sort of like a heartwarming family story. And that's really hard to write because I had to like Google map the whole thing, very carefully plotting out the story as they moved their way from California to Washington, D.C. The baseball card adventures, you know about my baseball card adventures? It's about this kid who has the power to travel through time using a baseball card like a time machine. And he goes on adventures with various baseball players from the past, like Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and so on. So I would say that parents, they should find what their kids are naturally interested in and look for books on that topic, and that's what will get your reluctant readers excited about reading.
But it took you a long time to get published, right?
Yes.
You published some of your rejection letters and everything online.
Yes.
Do you have any advice for kids, or really anyone, kind of like keeping on or dealing with rejection?
Yeah, I've been rejected hundreds of times. The Baseball Card Adventure series, the first book was rejected by 10 different publishers. And when I visit schools, I show my rejection letters and I say, look, you're going to get rejected someday, you know, and you may see like all these Hollywood celebrities and singers and stuff and think that they never encountered any obstacles in their life.
Yeah,
but those people might have suffered for many years as complete unknowns, and I want you to see my rejection letters because I was able to overcome the fact that they didn't like my stuff, and you will too. You know, and I think it's an important message to give to kids.
What are you working on right now? If you're ending the baseball series, is there something new you're working on?
Well, actually, the baseball series is ending, but not for a while. The next one's coming out next year. It's about Ted Williams, and there will be one more after that. I don't know who it's going to be about. But right now I'm working on the next Genius Files book, where the kids go from Washington, D.C., and they end up in Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee, where I was yesterday, actually. Before I came to New Orleans, I stopped off in Memphis to go to Graceland so I could tour the mansion, so I could write my climactic scene in the book.
So your first time at Graceland?
It was, yes. It was really cool.
What did you think of it?
What really blew my mind was actually not just Graceland, but I went to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis and the Sun Studio tour. I went to Beale Street and listened to blues all night. That was the best. But that's what I'm working on right now. And also, always a My Weird School book is down the line. One thing I used to do, I remember this distinctly, I would go to the library in New Jersey where I grew up, and I would look up like old newspaper articles on the microfilm. You know, I would request, I want the microfilm of the New York Times from 1925, you know, August 25th or whatever. And they'd give me the reel and I'd project it on the screen and I would look up like, hey look, Babe Ruth went 2 for 4 in the game last night, you know, and I was really into baseball and I would spend a lot of time at the library just looking up old microfilms. And I guess maybe that somehow sank into my head somewhere, you know.
Well, thank you so much for talking.
We're done?
Yeah.
This was really fun, and read lots of books, okay, you guys, especially mine, all right? Thanks a lot.